Hey guys, it's Lori Starkey here from Femgenuity. This week we're talking about self-care. Why are we talking about self-care when this is a female entrepreneur platform? Well, because you are the business, at least in the beginning, and you got to be taking care of yourself. So we recently flew to and from Florida to take a few days off, which turned into not a few days off if you're like my family and you run around on vacation the whole time. But when we were flying, of course, you guys are all used to this. Anybody who's flown, they'll tell you that you need to first put your mask on yourself. If this happens, this never happens, but if it happens, this is what they're saying. Make sure you put your mask on first and then assist somebody beside you. So the whole idea of that is you have to be able to breathe and stay alive to help other people. You don't put the mask on someone else and halfway with it on, you pass out. You've got to take care of yourself first so that you have the ability to take care of other people. So today I want to just talk about some of the lies that we start to believe about self-care, and especially me. I have believed so many lies about self-care. I have chalked it up to so many silly things about why it's important to put everybody else first. And that is super awesome that you put other people first. I think it's beautiful. But chances are, if you do that for too long, you're burnt out, you're under or overweight, you're under healthy, you don't like yourself, you're exhausted, you have no time for anything, and years just keep passing you by, and you're like, this isn't fair, which causes some bitterness to form, right? That is so normal. So when we talk about the idea of self-care, it's looking at the lies that we've been taught or that we've heard or that we've picked up somewhere and debunking those. That's the first way we can start to move towards respecting self-care, right? You put yourself last for too long and you're going to be last, and you don't want that. You want to continue to help those people and to love those people around you. Everybody benefits when you take care of yourself. I'm not going to go into the ways we take care of ourselves. I've spent all week talking on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and Twitter about the different ways we can take care of ourselves. My blog this week goes through my morning routine, which is a good way to take charge of your day first thing in the morning. And that will help you too to take care of yourself if you grab your morning first thing. But here's some of the lies that we believe. Let's talk about them. Let's debunk them together. The first one, which is my all-time favorite, is that you're selfish if you take care of yourself, right? It's selfish to take time out and to take a hot bath. It's selfish to go get your nails done when you could spend the money and the time on someone else. It's selfish to get a massage. What are you, rich and famous, right? It's selfish. That is the greatest lie that we get to believe about self-care, is that it's selfish to take care of ourselves. The second one, it's woo-woo. Only the people who are woo-woo do this stuff, right? It's like the people who, and again, I love all this stuff, so I get to say all this, but it's like if you believe in astrology and you believe in walking barefoot and grounding on the earth, and if you believe in essential oils and you believe in, having the little mist come out with the diffusers, like if you believe in all that stuff, then you're probably taking care of yourself. It's like, well, yeah, because you realize all that stuff works, and then it does feel good and it does feed your body. So some of it might feel a little woo-woo. Like I've gone to meditation retreats and I've gone to silence retreats and I've put lavender on my feet at night so I can sleep better. I've started looking for ways to take care of myself. I do get massages way more than I used to, and I stopped lying to myself about the fact that massages were too expensive, or massages were just for people who had all the time and money in the world, or massages hurt and every massage therapist was terrible, which is a lie. I've been to like 2, and both of them were dudes at some, chain massage place, and of course they didn't care. Like they didn't have the slightest clue who I was. I wasn't one of their clients. I was the building's client, right? And so it's like, this is all super woo-woo. It might be woo-woo, but it's really for you, right? The third one is, I don't have time for that. I do not have time for that. And last week in my YouTube, I talked about doing a time audit to see where are you spending your time. Because if you don't make time for yourself, no one else is going to make time for you either. You're not going to have time to grow your business. You're not going to have time for your family. You're not going to have time for your spirituality and all the things that you want in your life that make up a whole life, not just business, right? Not just family, all of it. So we might not have the time, or we might not think we have the time, but we make time. There's a reason it's called make time for what you love, is because you actually have to shove things around and make some margin so that you have time to do the things that are important to you. And self-care has got to become one of those things, because if you took care of yourself, you would have more energy. and more empathy, more compassion, more love, more capacity to laugh and have a good time, because you're a more alive you. You're a more rested you. You're a more taken care of you. I mean, doesn't it feel good when someone else takes care of you? And some of you may not know how that feels at all, and I totally understand that. But just think about, if you've never been taken care of, you've taken care of plenty of people, I'm sure. And you know the thank yous and the gratitude and the love that you get back from that. It's like, it feels really good to be taken care of. So if you're taking care of yourself first, that's just such a really good feeling. It's a really, really good feeling. So we make time for that. And the last one I have is that it's for the rich and famous, like I've already mentioned. Only wealthy people should get to do this. Only wealthy people can do this, let's say, or only famous people who have 15,000 people around them taking care of them, like chewing their food for them. That's not necessarily true. Everybody has the capacity to have some self-care in their lives. And I think a couple years ago when the Self-Care Sunday thing came out on all social media, it was like, oh my gosh, just getting it shoved down our throat. Self-Care Sunday, it's Sunday, take care of yourself. And it's like, kudos to whoever started that. Because we do need to take care of ourselves. Hopefully it's a daily thing that we get to do and not just once a week or once a month or once a year. But it's like, this is not just for wealthy people or just for people who have all their time back or just for trust fund babies. It's for everyone. And taking care of yourself is super individual to you, right? What does taking care of yourself mean to you? You need to take some time and think about that. I encourage you to just exhale, spend a few minutes, even if it's late at night or early in the morning, even if it's in the bathtub or on the toilet because you have a ton of, little ones running around, you just need some space. Just sit there and think for a few minutes, what does it mean to take care of myself? What's something small I could do this week? Because when you start taking care of yourself, it's much like that analogy I put at the beginning. You literally put your mask on first and take care of yourself, and then you're capable of taking care of other people, no problem at all, right? It's the same thing that if you were to pull over on the side of the road because some poor woman, or let's say single mom, has 2 kids in the back seat, and she's run out of gas. If you don't have any gas in your tank or even extra gas, I know some of us will give even the gas that we have in our tank, but then we'd be stranded. So if you don't have extra gas in your tank, how in the world are you going to help somebody when you're presented with the opportunity to help somebody? And I know from me and probably all of you too, it's like we're in business to add value to people's lives. It doesn't matter whether we're doing that with selling pantyhose, or if we're doing it with cleaning teeth, or if we're doing it with writing fiction books so people can just disappear for a little while. It doesn't matter. You're in the business of adding value to people's lives. And the more money that you generate shows the more value that you've added. Those things are correlated. And we'll talk about that in the future, the correlation between adding value and making more money. So what I would say is that you have to care for yourself first, guys. You don't have to go overboard. I've done that too, where you end up with like a massage every week and you're getting your nails done, you're getting your toes done, and you're woo-wooing out and doing all the things, and you're like, this is not me. I don't even know myself anymore. Find the balance. Find the things that make you feel cared about. Take care of those things and do those things for yourself, and don't go overboard. If you accidentally go overboard, start backing up. Find a really good balance for yourself on being cared for, but not being completely overwhelmed and drowning in self-care. There is a really good balance there. Put your mask on first. Fill up your tank first, so that when you have the opportunity to add more value in your business, you're capable of doing that. Because I can tell you, without taking care of yourself first, you're not going to have the impact or the energy that you want in your business to make a change in the world or in your family's lives or even in your life, because you will be on E. So take care of yourself.